Why in the world is this stuff allowed to happen? Check this out. Sorority sisters at University of Wyoming living in fear sue over transgender student membership. Artemis Langford, a 21-year-old, 6 foot, 260-pound blob trans student who joined the chapter in September 2022, is the subject of the lawsuit. This 260-pound blob joined a sorority. It's a female group. This is not supposed to be for men or people who identify as women, who are not women. You see what I'm saying? Now I want to show you what these women said about this guy. This is creepy stuff right here. Check this out from Megan Kelly.
Allegations in the complaint are shocking. Here's one of them. Alleging that he behaved inappropriately around the sorority sisters on numerous occasions, including once when Artemis, quote, had an erection visible through his leggings. Other times, he had a pillow in his lap. There are similar stories going on about him watching the girls getting an erection, watching a girl change her top. She wasn't wearing a bra. He was staring at her. Later that day, he appeared sexually aroused during the incident. And somebody told the woman that they had seen that he appeared sexually aroused during the incident and stood near the door
This is sick stuff right here.
with his hands over his genitals. He sat in the back of the sorority yoga class for an hour in December, watching the assembled young women flex their bodies. I mean, I cannot imagine what it was like for you gals, Hannah, in there dealing with this.
You see, these guys, you can just identify as a woman, you get a free pass to be a creep. You see what I'm saying? This is nuts.
Obvious man, but also one who's clearly getting aroused by just being around you. Can you give us some idea of what that felt like for you?
It's a weird, gut-wrenching feeling that every time I leave my room, there's a possibility that I'll walk past him in the hall, whatever setting that may be in. And it's never a pleasant encounter. And that's the scary part. It's a weird feeling just to know that I could run into him anytime, full access to the house. But this just goes to show, like, we need women's spaces for that reason. Like, our house is our home, just like any else's home. Like, you go home at the end of the day to feel comfortable and relax in your own skin. And you can't do that knowing that this individual has full access to your house.
It is also really uncomfortable just because some of the girls in the house, I know they've been sexually assaulted or sexually harassed. So some girls live in constant fear in their home. And our home is supposed to be a safe space. And to paint you a picture just a little bit further, men are never allowed on the second floor of our house except for move in and move out just to help us lift heavy things upstairs. So it is seriously an only female space. It is so different than living in the dorms, for instance, where men and women can commingle on the floors. That is not the case in a sorority house. We share just a couple main bathrooms on the upstairs floor, but it is just us who lives there, and it's supposed to be a safe place that we can go to rest our heads at night.
She makes a great point. The home is supposed to be a place where you feel comfortable, you feel safe from whatever's going on outside. You're supposed to come home and feel like it's your sanctuary and be at peace. Nobody should have to live in fear inside their own home. Now, they allowed this blob, the 60-pound blob that identifies as a woman, into their home. And he is doing creepy things like standing there with an erection in his leggings. You know, with that, they're coming out. He has a pillow on over his area, trying to cover up what's going on there. Now, if I did that, if I walked around and went into some, women's locker room, just walked in there, or some dressing room or something, I would scare the heck out of these women. I'll be taken to jail. Well, nowadays, I could just say I'm a woman. I guess depending where you go. Maybe Target or something will let me get away with that. But that is creepy. I'm never doing that. For one, I'm a married man. And two, that's just creepy as heck. But let's see what the rules are for this. Let's see. The plaintiffs claim that the National Kappa Gamma Sorority is National Council President and Langford pressured the local chapter to violate sorority rules. and that the sorority overlooked official bylaws when accepting Langford, the Blob, instead referring to a 2018 guide that defines Kappa Kappa Gamma as a single gender organization. Carrie Cottrell Poole, the executive director of the sorority, denied the allegations but did not specify which ones, asserting that the sorority does not discriminate against gender identity. The sisters are asking a judge to revoke Langford's membership and award unspecified damages. I hope they get $10 million from this blob or from this organization. This is not right. I have never seen anything like this before. I've never seen. I don't know. It's crazy what's happened to our society. I never thought I'd see the day where I saw movies. You see the movies back in the day where you have sorority girls and college campuses, parties and stuff, and a lot of movies made about stuff like this. And you see this a female only thing to have that's supposed to be a memorable time for them in their lives to make great friends, have great memories, lifelong friends. But I never thought I'd see the day where you could just identify as a woman and you're allowed into a sorority. This is supposed to be separate from all of that nonsense. You see what I'm saying? Our world, our country specifically, a lot of other places too in the world have become upside down, living a clown world, an upside down world. It just doesn't make any sense nowadays of what's going on. But good job on these girls for fighting back and saying, "Hey, we're not going to have this nonsense." And I hope each one of these girls gets $1 million. This is ridiculous. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.